Hi there, my name's Anna and welcome back to my art channel. So for today's video we're working in black and white and we're using ink and micron pens mostly. It's October and I've been participating in the monthly challenge of Inktober, meaning I have to, or the challenge is about drawing one drawing a day using ink of some kind. And so far I have been successful. Currently it is the 18th of Inktober as I am recording this, and so far I have managed to draw one drawing every day. I mean, I must admit I started a day early because I don't get home from work until relatively late. So if I wanted to post my drawing at a reasonable time, I have to do it a day beforehand. So yeah, and at the weekend on an odd day, if I know the coming week I won't have time to draw every day, I might have done 2 drawings in one day, but I have done 18 drawings so far for Inktober, so for me that's a success. You saw me drawing that magical girl earlier. She's meant to be a witch of some sort. And now I'm drawing an animal skull. I think this might be a cow or something, or horse. And I chose as theme just something to do with autumn or kind of Halloween themed, something a bit scary. You know, I drew a snake, so I think that kind of goes along with that theme as well. The snake there on the left hand side. Now I'm drawing a skull. I did some crystals. And mostly I start off with my pencil sketch and then I do some outlines with my micron pen. Sometimes I'll just use my micron pens and just kind of darken areas that I want darker with the pen. But oftentimes I'll also use my black India ink and a paintbrush to do some more shading or to add some dark backgrounds or larger dark areas. And I'm just using my watercolor paintbrush for this, even though I'm always a bit nervous of ruining my paintbrush, but so far I've still been able to use it for watercolor painting afterwards as well. It's just important to wash it out very quickly. So the India ink doesn't dry on it and ruin the bristles. And for lighter washes of ink, I have this little egg container where I'll dilute the ink, and it takes a lot of water to dilute it. I find it's a very intense medium. Just painting in a bit of the stony surface now. Just adding some dark areas and not being terribly exact here. You can't take a ton of time for every drawing if you're doing one a day, especially on days where you're working. I'd say it took me around like 20 minutes to an hour and a half for every drawing, depending on how much time I had or how much detail the drawing in question needed. And this is the day when I started to add some color into the black and white as well. I'm just using some colored pencils to color in that little flower bouquet that's looking out of the drawing. Here I'm drawing some mushrooms. I have a botanical book with old illustrations in there, so there's no copyright on them anymore, so you're free to use that kind of reference. And I've just copied them, and for some of these drawings I actually filmed a time lapse right away, so it will have already compromised it to this kind of speed, so those videos are very short. So I decided to just show you several of my drawings back to back. The skull drawing I filmed in real time and I just sped it up a lot, and this one I think I also filmed in real time. This one's a crow, and I've never drawn one before, but I've been wanting to. I just find it a little bit difficult because the bird is all black and it's hard to see the details that way. So I was lucky enough to find a reference where there's a lot of highlights, so you can actually see the texture of the feathers a little bit. And this one I did just using my micron pen once I've completed the sketch, of course. So let me know, are you enjoying this video? If you are, please remember to give me a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, and are you participating in a monthly challenge this month or this year? Yeah, and what are you been drawing and what are you up to? Unfortunately, my camera wasn't positioned perfectly to capture the entire page, so you can't see the little wooden stand that this crow is standing on. I think it was actually part of a fence in the reference photo. So unfortunately, you've missed out on all of that, but I guess the bird itself is more important. And I'm just starting off with outlining the larger feathers mostly, and then sketching in some smaller lines for some shading. And the important thing for this one is to preserve the white of the paper for the areas of highlight. Which wasn't terribly easy, I don't think. Well, I didn't find it terribly easy. Had to be very mindful of where I put down my lines. And I think the way I did this, it kind of turns out to have a little bit of a graphic style as well. Just with those intense black areas and the stark white of the paper to contrast. But I really enjoyed drawing this bird. This was one of the drawings I enjoyed most, I think, so far. Along with another mushroom drawing that I did today, but I didn't film that. You can see all of my drawings for Inktober on my Instagram account, because obviously I didn't have the time to film everything that I've been drawing. So here's just a summary of what I managed to film. Yeah, this is most of the video now. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and yeah, I hope to see you again soon in one of my next videos. So take care and bye bye.